Hey guys, here's a rebuild video of one of our chrome pipe drinks dispensers. So basically, two items you'll need to order off the internet is one of these 1/2-inch iron wall flanges. You get about 10 for $19.99 off Amazon, and obviously there you'll need one of those, and you'll also need a thin rubber bottle cork. You can get 20 of those off Amazon for $19.99. So these are the two items that you'll need. So let's get straight on with the rebuild, guys. So I've got here is a 200mm by 200mm, just a plaque, and obviously that's what I need to build the base of the drinks dispenser. So I'll get on with the rebuild, guys, and talk you through what you'd need. Right, so screw that onto there. I use these little small self tappers, which works great. The holes in this are pre-drilled anyways because it's been built before. I'm just rebuilding it. And then next, guys, is a piece of, sorry, I was going to say copper pipe there. A piece of chrome pipe. You've got a chrome compression 15mm coupler with the nut removed. And on the other side, you've got your nut and olive. And then you've got a Yorkshire 10mm stop end, cap end or whatever, which goes inside the pipe, and then you get a little ridge on them which stops it from falling inside, which obviously a normal 10mm end feed would fall inside the pipe. That just sits it there lovely, and obviously that sits straight inside the teeth and blocks it off. So that's a little trick or a hack or whatever you want to call it. So we'll get that on there. Give it a nip up. There you go. And then the next one, which goes on top of that, is obviously a T. So there's the nut and olive from that T. And then there's obviously a nut and olive there, and then a piece of chrome pipe there. So obviously that's just cut for the size of the plaque. I'll give that a little nip up. There you go. And then a standard bath tap, wall tap. Obviously I've painted the top of it with gloss black paint to give it a different look, and then that just goes straight onto there like that. Give it a nip up. Just remember there's no pressure in this, so it doesn't have to be really tight. Obviously, and give it the final adjustments at the end. And then you've got the nut and olive, which is missing from that T there. We'll get that on. And then you've got a nut and olive there off an existing T, which is going to go on in a minute. So we'll give it a little nip up. So, like that. And then we'll put the other T on top like that, and then we'll tighten her up. And obviously you've got a little bit of chrome pipe there, and then obviously your thinned rubber cork is going to sit on top of that, so we'll nip that up. Like that. Straight it off. There you go. Little shiz on there like that. And then you've got your air vent, which has been soldered. Obviously, you file it off all the way around. So obviously the solder binds to the pipe and the fitting, as you can see. And then obviously you've got your nut and olive there off the T. And then that chrome pipe there has been bent on an anti-angle and then obviously measured and obviously cut off. And that goes in there. And that's your vent. As so. Like that. And we'll knit that up. Like that, guys. Don't have to be tight, just enough. As so. As you can see, let me bring the camera down slightly. There you go. There you go, guys. And then obviously you've got your rubber thin cup to go on top of there, which holds the bottle of spirits, whatever you drink, Jack Daniels, gin or vodka. So that goes on there like that. And then to decorate the front of it, you can put a nice bar that goes across there. So obviously I've just got 2 chrome 15mm compression elbows with a small little bit of chrome pipe there, and then she sits on there as so. And then you've got your pipe holders, your chrome pipe holders, to give it that nice finish. So we'll not do it too tight. Put the next one on, and that just finishes it off. You see, it gives it that nice look. That's because it fell off, that one. Yeah, so it gives it that nice look. There you go. Put the other one back on. Like that. I think the total cost of all this is about, I'd say about £50. That's including the tap as well. And then obviously that just sits on there like that. So I've put obviously it's got the chrome bits of copper in to stop them from moving, and it holds it into position like that. Screw that down. It's a nice party piece if you ever have guests around. And then this just finishes it off. Like that. There you go. And then you can also just put a nice slate cup holder on there, and your drinks glass, and then your bottle sits on top like that. which the corks do a lovely job in stopping it coming out. And there you go, guys.